Stenhouse and Logano. In the wall. 2 cars hard right behind them. And 3. Gilliland, Newman, Mark Martin.
I'm okay.
Boy, that was
Mark Martin in the 5 on the outside.
Yeah, here we go down in the corner. Getting 3 wide, getting in there. Mark was sailing it off in there on the outside of Gilliland. Boy, look at Ryan Newman. He almost got, his car went up in the air.
There's really nowhere for Newman in the 39 to go.
No.
For Ryan Newman.
You see, Mark started.
Hang on, bud. Hold the foot on the brake. Hold the brake. Hold the brake. Still coming. RDs are down now.
4 have separated themselves. Sparks coming out of the 9. Up the racetrack he goes. Contact is made. Jake Crum into the back of the 9. Caution comes out again.
It looked like Hornaday may have had a tire going down. Could not keep his truck down. Jake Crum came along. Looked like Ryan Blaney.
3 running 180 miles an hour. You can't just change directions instantly. We saw Ryan Blaney barely slip through the outside, but there just wasn't anywhere for Jake to go. There's the evidence of Ron bending the outside wall. See the concrete in his front tire. That's why he couldn't turn when he got down to turn 3.
Right front tire down on the 9.
That looked a whole lot like
Window
we saw
down
in the Sprint Cup Series at Bristol when a tire was blown and Matt Kenseth drove right over top of the guy that Jeff Gordon blew a tire. Kenseth over top of him. You can't go anywhere when it's that tight and that fast.
A lot of contact with the 29 of Ryan Blaney. We saw the left rear tire down on that one.
Got a crash.
Ooh, hard. Mark Martin hard in the wall. Robbie Gordon involved. Yaley involved. Oh, man. Mark Martin. Well, it looks like Yaley decided to come down into pit lane and didn't let everybody behind him know. And I mean, took out 2 good race cars. And I mean, I don't know if he ran out of gas and decided that he needed to get down pit lane right then, but even if you're running out of gas, you gotta watch what's coming in your mirror. I mean, Mark went in the wall about the worst angle you can hit.
That was an unbelievably hard blow by that 6 car.
Your spotter's got to be helping you there too, doesn't he? Yeah, your spotter's got to be helping, but it
got a little tight up to about 10th or 12th back there. I seen him just go every which way.
On the brake.
Oh, there they go. Somebody hit on in the wall.
Again, a big crash going down to the corner. 5, 6. A hard one on the restart going into turn number 1. Tears up. It looks like at least 10 cars. And down to the inside went Stanton Barrett trying to find a hole, and he drives those 2 up into the wall. Oh, a hard lick on Chad Little. And equally hard on Bobby Labonte as Stanton Barrett tried to make his own way on the bottom of the racetrack. And now watch this wild game of jeopardy going into turn number 1.
Man, I can't describe them like that.
Another angle. Well, you see, it's happening down here. It's already begun.
I mean, you're looking here, and you don't see anything except smoke. And when you're down there, you're down in the smoke, and you see less than what you see here. You say, okay, I'm going to go high, low, or in the middle.
Dale Jarrett and Jeff Gordon at it. We've got a wreck in turn 2. Oh, and a terrible wreck. One car is absolutely disintegrated as Johnny Benson clobbered a car coming down off, and Ricky Craven has been caught up in it. But another car was absolutely destroyed. It may have been that number 41.
Oh, it's Craven. Oh, Ricky Craven's bad.
Terrible impact. He was full in the throttle. There you see the 30 up on the outside in the wall. In just a moment, it's going to start to descend across the track. It's down off the 24-degree banking at about maybe 14, 15 degrees, and here it comes. And Craven didn't take it full. He took it on the side of the car and then slid up the track.
Ken, as bad as that was, it could have been much worse.
Much worse.
That tank done its job. It did not catch on fire, thank goodness.
Much worse.
Oh, I see Hendricks in trouble just a second there. The third place car was...
Oh, trouble off turn 4. Lyndon Amick's around. Randy LaJoy. 6, 7 other cars. Look at the big jam left of the screen.
Todd Bodine's in the wreck. Jason Leffler.
Jason Jarrett.
Hornaday made it through, I believe.
It looks like Jim Bowen involved. Caution is out. 3 laps in. There's Mike Wallace, all torn up. Here's another look. Who's that? Lyndon Amick. It looks
Lyndon
like
Amick,
first.
yes. He starts spinning coming off turn 4 there, and you can see behind him, that's a chain reaction. Everybody tried to whoa, and when they start slowing down, people get into the back of them. We see it time and time again off turn 4 here at Lowe's Motor Speedway.
Especially as fast as they run. I mean, as quick as everybody's running through turn 4, and it really gets tight and narrow off of turn 4. So as soon as you get off the corner there, if there's trouble, you don't have a lot of room to maneuver. You can't get away from everybody. Guys are trying to stay up toward the wall, but everybody keeps drifting toward the wall, so you just kind of get pinched up there and have nowhere to go.
And one other thing I noticed, that might have...
We talked about that green car earlier, that 18 car.
Trouble again, guys. Got into 24. Yo! Man, Jeff Gordon took a lick.
Yes, he
Jeff
did.
Burton took a lick.
And they're still wrecking Allmendinger, Robbie Gordon.
Boy, I don't feel good about Jeff Gordon at all. That was a hard nose-in lick right there. His car went airborne and hit so hard.
The car that had just gotten the free pass was Tony Raines, and that's who
Be careful on the tip now.
got hard into Gordon. There's Allmendinger's Toyota. And there you see Jeff Gordon. He's got the wheel off on his DuPont Chevy. Point lead after 11 races anybody's ever had.
Raines just gets loose off 4, and he gets into Jeff, and Jeff about has it saved till he gets out in the grass. And, man, he takes a lick, and then watch Allmendinger lift him right off the ground.
I mean, there was nowhere for A.J. Allmendinger at 84 to go.
No, that was...
You know, Jeff Burton in the 31 got very little of that. A little bit of contact on the nose, but...
I think he got a lot of left side damage.
Okay. Car. Comes across right in front of Allmendinger. Oh, that's a hard hit.
Oh, it is.
Even though it's the safer barrier.
Oh,
that's
it
a
is.
hard hit.
That really scared me there for a moment. I'm glad he's okay. Got out fine.
Oh, and he gets bumped from behind by the 78. Around goes the 3 on the restart. The 24 of Chase Elliott also around. Hard contact by Austin Dillon. Also caught up. The 44 of Brian Scott.
That's real nice.
78 just got in the back of him, trying to push him. Not trying to wreck him, trying to push him to help him, but as you said, heavy impact for Austin.
The 18.
The car that was coming at the time of the flag, Jimmy.
Trouble, guys. Wall. Man.
Kane and Martin.
And here they are, all cut. This is the big one we have in the All-Star race.
Tony Stewart had it missed, and Jeremy Mayfield came across track into it.
And you see him, he gets loose right there, and here he comes into Mark, and they both go in the wall, and
Nowhere for Mark to go, and they start stacking up behind him. You see Biffle and Kyle Busch getting together. There you see McMurray and Mayfield.
Tony had it missed and got tagged.
yeah, he got hit from behind by Jeremy Mayfield, and he got hit really hard.
PW, watching this right here reminds me of the wreck you had with Dale Earnhardt in '95. Kind of got pinched up an outside wall, and you know how hard that impact is.
Oh yeah, that hurts. And we didn't have safer barriers in. That helps a little bit, but still, it's a hard hit for a bunch of those guys.
Did you see how close Matt Kenseth and Jeff Gordon almost
Just
got into that?
Wiggled through.
Oh no! Trouble, man, big trouble
At
down
least
there.
3 cars and more.
Lots of trouble
Jeff
up there.
Gordon's involved.
Just look out, go
Kevin
through.
Harvick.
I couldn't tell what happened, but somebody got into the back of the 16 car and turned him.
I believe
Robbie
it was
Gordon,
Busch,
big
the
damage.
97 car.
And the first contact may have been between the Roush teammates, Busch and Biffle.
They're just past the start-finish line. This is happening at over 180, almost 190 miles per hour.
Now, listen, that was totally uncalled for. And you can say, well, I was bump drafting, but you don't bump draft at Charlotte Motor Speedway going down into turn 1.
Schrader involved. Marlin wrecked.
That could get him back to the front, but driving back to the front is pretty tough. Oh, Michael just got turned.
And look at Matt Kenseth, and the 17 gets wrapped up in it.
Bunch of cars. What in the world happened, guy?
You think Chip Ganassi's had problems? I think the 2 DEI cars just got together and brought on that big pileup.
On the straightaway.
I tell you, and that's right where there's no soft wall, and that's all on left side, too. Oh.
I mean, the picture tells the story right there.
He just jacked him up.
And, of course, nowhere for Matt Kenseth in the 17 to go.
Well, that was ugly.
Kenseth down to the bottom. Terry Labonte, watch the 44, will get swept up in it. Junior tries to cross under Michael. Too close to him to make the move.
Boy, Bill Elliott and Bobby Labonte just squeaking.
Well, BP, the longer this race goes, the better that car gets for Jason Leffler. They've been a little bit tight. And look at this. Hang on, Kenny Wallace.
Oh, right in front of everybody. Earnhardt Jr. in the grass. Earnhardt gets into Tony Raines trying to avoid
And
Kenny Wallace.
across the track, it's David Green.
Man.
7th caution period of the night.
Leffler just got sideways corrected. We've seen it a bunch of times here. It just gets into Kenny Wallace. Earnhardt goes low. Raines goes low to miss him. And they just get tangled up together.
And that was Tony Raines that the 27 car David Green plowed into.
Kenny Wallace trying to hang on to it. Couldn't do it. Junior gets clipped.
Boy, and David Green had open racetrack, and all of a sudden that 33 car came sliding across the grass.
2 and 3 wide just behind him coming out of 4.
Taylor Lawson was completely sideways and spinning through the grass.
And back out onto the racetrack in front of a few trucks.
Oh, Skinner gets clobbered. Skinner gets hit hard down into turn 1.
On his side is Mike Skinner, back on the wheels now. He got hit very hard.
He was I'm okay. He got turned around after Mawson spun off 4. I just happened to be watching it.
Look, the caution lights are going to come on, I believe, when Taylor Mawson gets sideways.
There's Skinner up ahead.
See him on the inside of the 13 of Johnny Sauter.
Oh, Sauter pinches him a little bit low.
Pinches him into the grass. Now watch
There's
this.
There's a white truck that clobbers him. Watch this.
Right there.
Very hard hit. Got completely underneath that 5.
Hard hit. Is that TJ Bell?
I believe
in the 11
it is.
truck?
I believe it is.
Take another look. There, Skinner was in the grass. Now you see the caution light come on.
See the roof flap goes up, and then TJ Bell. Ooh, wow.
He had no idea. TJ Bell had no idea that 5 was coming up the racetrack.
No, he couldn't. He couldn't. Even if he had it, there wasn't anywhere he could have went.
Nothing he could have done.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, no, that's not good.
He's not going to save that one. Oh, that was a hard lick. A hard lick right there.
Look out on pit road.
Now, this thing just jumps out so far that he just can't quite get it saved, and it sends him through the grass.
Chase Miller released from the infield care center, walking fine. How are you feeling?
You know, physically I'm doing fine. You know, I hate it for ourselves, Key Motorsports. And
on lap 152 of the 400-lap contest, Donnie Allison hit the wall in turn 4, and before he could get his car off the track, he was hit by a hard-charging Dick Brooks. Here's another look at the crash.
Hang on there, Jimmy Johnson, sideways. Is he going to be able to save it? No. What a hard hit.
We're done, guys. We're in it.
That was a hard lick. Man. The car just started to wiggle where he was trying to get in the gas to be able to stay beside Ryan Newman and maybe complete that pass down the back straightaway. Overcorrects here. Hard impact. See the rear wheels come off the ground.
Look at the air that car got with those back wheels. How hard it went into the wall. Watch the back tires here.
Well, look at the wall, too. Can't imagine what that'd been like without that safer area.
Night more than any other night. We're going to do it.
Green flag, green flag.
Boogity, 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 boys. Let's go racing.
Here, didn't get up to speed, gets turned around, and we got all kinds of cars spinning. Gary Earnhardt.
Oh, they're all torn all to pieces.
It's about 10 cars or a dozen cars.
Now, as they came to the green, as they came to the line, something happened with the target number 41 of Casey Mears.
It all came apart all right.
Watch 77 Brendan Gaughan get Spencer, who got Rudd, who then got hit by Sauter. Earnhardt turned around, hit Burton. Got all that?
Yeah, and there goes Morgan Shepherd sliding down through there.
Yeah, I mean, when you got 12 and a half rows
41
of cars,
comes back and gets, looks like the
look
4
down
car.
here at the bottom. Now, fans are voting. Well, let's have another look here. That's in the middle of the pack.
Watch that 41 car. He bounces off the outside wall. Now watch him. He starts going backwards. Spencer sitting down there has no damage.